Hey everybody, Max Farrow, and this is DexTrader.com. And in this episode, I'm going to show you just quickly what we're using here to test out some of the spreads that are going to be on Nadex. And we're doing so with our Forex educational signals. Not every one of the pairs has intradays like we need on Nadex, so we're going to try to hone in on one of them. Euro JPY on 34.5% on the negative side of the algorithm would be then we switch this from a buy to a sell. 124.25. Let's get over to Nadex. Let's look at the spreads. We're looking for Euro JPY. We're looking only for the next hour or next 50 minutes. We're going to go right to the middle one, and because we're going with the instead of the buy, we're going to go with the sell. We just have to flip that around. So we're instead of going with the buy, we're going to go with the sell. Okay, we're going to go right for the middle one because this has the most availability. $41 to make 59. Not saying we're going to make 59 just because I remember each tick is $1 after premium, but it has to get down to 124 124.28. So only about a pip of premium in there. So I'm going to hit place order, and there we go. We've been activated. So now this thing just needs to drop and keep going. It's got to get down to 29 for us to make some money. We're already in a negative, but don't worry because we're still in that premium phase. We got about 48 minutes. And hopefully be able to do that. Now, we only risked $49 to be able to get into this trade. Okay, it's not like we risked a tremendous amount of dollars to get into this process, right? So even if it does go against us, that $40 to make a decent amount of money from that point, that risk value is pretty good still. All right, so we're gonna let this gel for a minute. I don't think there's anything else on there. If you have the money and you're able to, Audi JPY, let's look at that one. I don't think that one's available. Let's look at USD JPY. USD JPY is available for the 12 o'clock. So I'm going to go back and look. You see on the buy at 47. Now this one's pretty close to the middle of the road here. So really, I would look at the chart to be honest with you. I'm going to look at the chart here to see if I can depict the direction via the mentality here. So we're in an uptrend. It doesn't look like, I mean, we got a crossover event happening on the MACD. Okay. It's in a high end zone, it's way above the histogram and 0. All right, so not too bad there. All right, so we're looking for that point in time. Where do I feel like it's going to collapse? Is it going to collapse? Is it going to give us a trend? But because we're heading in this uptrend, if it breaks this margin right here, okay, now we're in a downtrend, right? Because it's creating higher highs. That's basically what we look for in this type of trend. But when it gets to a certain level, look how long it's been going. It's been going pretty rad. So this is why we're in that, possibly why we're in that that middle of the road out part of the algorithm, right? Because it's starting to trend out. It's starting to get to a point. Oops, these are SR maxes. Sorry. But it's starting to get to a point where it's about to let go, right? So you got some losses that go against it because it's counter trending, and for that point, if I isolate this, I see just USD JPYs, I can kind of see that it has a mix of that road. But when it loses, it doesn't lose by very much. We've had one big loss about 5 days ago here. That was a win. I'm sorry. I don't see any other big losses here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to end up going against the signal here because it's on the buy, right? So, and I can kind of see that this has an opportunity. If I go down and look at the charts, we're still in that buy trend and it's still kind of hovering around. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to jump in on with the trend to go with the trend on this particular one in the spread. Let me go ahead and find that one here. I'm going to go here. If I do the buy, I only have an opportunity to make $34. I don't like this 2 to 1 or 1 to 2 process there, so I don't know if one of the other ones has more availability. No. And possibly, but I would have, it has to move. Not too bad. That's only about a pip and a half. So let's move with that one there. A lot, really less risk there. Only $15 of risk to make 85 at that point. So in order for me to make some money, it has to break 114.15. I'm sorry, there's a whole bunch of dinging going on. Because it's quarter after the hour, there's more signals being released. Let's go back into here. Let's do open time. Yep, there we go. Here's some, that's some SR Maxes in there. Here's the Forex signals. There we go. Now we got some 45-minute trades happening. Let's look at the Audi USD on the buy, but it's sitting at 44. Briscoe Pound USD looks like a pretty good one at 36%. I'm going to stay away from the USDC today because it's right in the middle of the road. Briscoe Pound USD at on the buy. We're looking at on the sell. Let's get over the Nadex. Let's bring up the Briscoe Pound USD. Let's do for 12 o'clock. Right in the middle, so we're going to do the sell. See, 71 to 79. So a 1-to-1 possibility there. So I'm going to go ahead and just confirm. Push on the buy, so we're going to do the sell. And there's the sell side, and we're going to hit place order. Now, I could try to go with a sell order from up here and have this process, but look, I'm only make $6. If I tried it from the other, on the wing side, I have the max loss of only $3, but it's got to come down to 27, right? 29.27. We're sitting at 29.35. That's about 8 pips worth of premium. Do I think it's going to move that much in 50 minutes? No. So in order, I mean, if this was a long term, like the 3 o'clock expiry or something like that, I'd probably look at doing something like that because it's going to have some movement. But what I'm looking for is taking my opportunity to have one of these pairs hit 10 or 15 pips. That's all we need to do. We'll make $10 or $20 per contract at that particular point, and we're looking at success there, right? This is all about the opportunity, okay? Getting into trades that you're going to have sweep into a direction and hit 20, 30 pips, especially if you could do this consistently and have your ROI above and have that happen during these times. Now, these movements only really happen during news events and bigger times. In these 50-minute, 1-hour trades, they're not going to get a lot of movement in spreads. So I'm just showing you how we're developing this process, and we're only $1 in the negative here, so it's not like a lot. You could take some of these off if it starts to go against you. You can start looking at the chart system that's on the site. You know, get down here, start looking at the MACD, and get these things on, right? All right. So I'm going to pause the video and try to come back and show you, some of the results that happen with this. But that's how easy it is. We use the intradays from that to come here. We'll also show you a nice little long-term spread that we'll be looking at in the mornings and show you how to depict, that direction for the day, for the long term. So we'll be using that mentality here pretty soon. So keep an eye out for these videos. Lots more to come. I'm Max, and this is Dex. See you in a minute. Hey everybody, this is Max Farrow, and this is Dex Trader with trading with the spreads from our Forex educational signals. Now, paying attention to these things, the Euro JPY is, let me get down here for you so you can see it. Okay, if we pull back just a little bit, we have this continuing uptrend happening, and this was that counter trend that was going on. We got in for the sell. We made some pips in it, and it looks like it's about to go back the other way. So before I lose the premium in there, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of this trade, place the order just simply like that, and get out. Now my Briscoe Pound USD is doing sort of the same thing, but in the opposite. Let me show you what's going on here. Okay, we sort of had that downtrend, but we've had the breaking of the downtrend come up, and that's where the Briscoe Pound was calling in for the buy, and we did it on the sell to kind of grab this nature. But now it's sort of we grabbed it right around in this area, so that was probably our folly there. I was hoping to see if this was the reversal, so I'm going to keep this one on to see if it's a reversal. If not, I don't have very much against this one. This one had to come down some pips to gather it to 29.34. It was sitting up at 36 or 37 when we got into that kind of stuff. So this one had some premium on it to be able to move it. I don't know if we're basically being able to hit that. If not, we'll come out to zero. But there's not much against this to begin with. Okay, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with this one. So we're just going to kind of set and let this gel a little bit. We got some premiums and we got some money off the other one, and we didn't lose. We're not in a negative. We're still in a positive ROI from that release of those 300 because we got to a couple bucks on the other one before it started to fall. But you have to watch these. You have to kind of really pay attention. Grab your $8-9 per contract when you possibly can, and go from there. CVG, consistency plus volume equals your goal. That's how you're going to have to trade these. That's how you're going to have to keep it in. So I'm going to let this sit and do its thing, and hopefully we can get past that 29.34 market down pretty low. Just by the look of the chart, look at a little bit of price action here, be able to come in, and it looks, it's bounced a little bit, and I think it's going to start to return south again here in just a few minutes. There is no, let me see if I can find the news process right here. Here in about 5 minutes, we're going to get the USD news coming off, so I'm hoping that this will push in for our direction from this point, and create the opportunity for this thing to move. We're getting a little bit of push in the opposite direction, so we'll see what happens. But we got about 25 minutes for this to jump off, and I'll come back in and show you the results here in just a second. Hello everybody, this is Max again, and back here on Dex Trader, doing the Nadex thing for the spreads. You can kind of see the Briscoe pound USD did come up again, but we're going to expire here in about 2 minutes. Just kind of sitting there. It did drop down again, really close. We're not going to be really into profit, but we're really close to break even. Not too worried about it. We didn't lose very much, even if we lose $3 or $4 at this point. The hope here is to get it below 34. Even if it's a couple bucks, it's okay if it's in the hole. We made $7 in the previous one. We lost 3 on the other, so 4. So we're really about break even right now. Now here at the last 2 minutes is really going to kind of probably take a jump up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out of it right now just to kind of secure that hold of making sure that we don't lose too much from there. All right, so we sort of broke even right here on those 3 trades. Not too bad, better than a loss. Really wish we had the win, but listen, this is about consistency, finding that 1 or 2 of them a day that hits 20-30 pips to give you that 20-30 pip rule to get you above, so you can start adding more contracts in that process. All right, I'm Max Farrell, this is Dex Trader, and this is Trading the Spreads. As always, trade well. See you next time.